Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Tracy. Today's project, we are doing a quick Easter project. It is the end of March and I realize I have not done an Easter project this year to give you guys a freebie. So I'm going to be working on 3 little eggs that I'm going to give you guys as freebies. It's a little Easter egg bundle. I'm going to use mine in a centerpiece, but you guys can use them as a gift tag. You could use it as an Easter banner. Lots of different projects you could use this with, but I'm going to do mine as a centerpiece and I'll show you what that looks like at the end here. I am using my Cricut Explorer Air 2. I have a standard grip mat. You can use a light grip mat or a standard grip mat. Just keep in mind, like I always say, if your standard grip mat has a lot of stick to it, I wouldn't use it with your cardstock because you have a chance of it ripping when you go to take it off. Speaking of the cardstock, I've got 4 colors. The white is my favorite that I always use. It's the 110 pound, I believe it's Hammer Mill. And then these 3 I have from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. This is the textured Encore. I'll leave the names of the colors on the blog post along with the rest of the supplies I'm using. The Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. I have my brayer to put my cardstock onto my mat. My Very Sweeting tool. These are my favorite scissors, the Teflon coated scissors, so your adhesive doesn't stick when you cut your tape. This is the adhesive tape I'm using. You can use adhesive squares, you can do the dots, whatever you have on hand. I just like this because I get them from the Dollar Tree and there's 3 in a pack. My scraper, let's see what else. Like I said, I'm going to be making a centerpiece. So I'm going to be using paper straws. I did with my test cut, I first used these little cake pop sticks because I had a bunch of them and I thought, well, let me see what they look like. And while they did look cute, I liked the straws better. Not only because they got a cute little design on them, but they're easy to cut. So I actually staggered my my eggs inside of my centerpiece, and they're easier to cut down if you need to. And then I just have some ribbon that I tied on the outside of my mason jar. I think that's it. Let's go ahead, get into Design Space. I'm going to show you how to get this set up, and then I'll take you step by step and show you how to make them. Okay, here we are in Cricut Design Space, and this is what your SVG looks like when it lands on your canvas. I'm going to go ahead and ungroup this, and there are 3 eggs here, and each one has 3 layers. So you can see over here, ungroup. Got 1, 2, 3. Same with this one. If you want to change the colors on these, you can. I just thought they were really cute to do a layered, like a spring look here, but you could obviously do, maybe you want to do pink on the back with the green in the front. I just wanted to keep some little traditional Easter colors here, but those are what they look like. Okay, I'm using my Cricut Explorer 2. Like I showed you, I've got it already set up right here, so let's go ahead and save this. We're going to click on Make. And over here are our mats. Now, if you have been with me for a while, I say this in a lot of my videos, I am someone who likes to move my elements around. Meaning, if I have a cardstock that I know is the same weight, just a different color, I will move that element to the same mat. So in this project here, all 3 of my colors are Encore brand, so I know that they're all the same weight. So I'm going to move them all to the same mat. This one here is my favorite white that I use all the time. This one is 110 pounds, so I'm going to cut this on a different setting, so I'm going to leave those right where they are. But what I will do is I know that this is going to be a yellow piece. Then down here, I will take these and I'll move this down here. Move object, come back to that yellow, and then I remember that my teal or my blue color needs to be down here. And then I'll do the same thing with this. I just move them over, and then I just click that little button and come right over here. And then again, I just need to remember that this one is going to be pink. And then that's how I move my elements around so that I don't have to load 4 different mats. Okay, so then we click on Continue. And this is where we're going to pick our materials. These are my bookmarked settings. These are what I use the most. You can come to Browse All Materials if you don't have anything bookmarked there. For my 100 pound, I like to do the heavy cardstock. And then when I get down here, this one I do medium cardstock, usually with more pressure. Okay, so the white is going to cut first, and then we're going to cut this one here. Now, if you've not moved elements around before, the easiest way to do it is have your mat in front of you when you're moving your elements. So that way, when you go to take that piece of yellow, you know that it needs to be between the 6 and the 4 right here. So you can cut your cardstock down to that size right there. So that's the easiest way to do it. That way you are ensuring that it's going to be lined up, so when you go over to cut it, it's not going to be off of the cardstock. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this cut, and I'll show you how to put everything together. Okay, so here we go with the white. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on my cutting mat and then use my brayer to push it down. push your button for your cut. Okay, and before I unload it, I want to make sure that everything cut through, okay? So I'm going to take my little hook and I'm going to put it right here on the side to make sure that it lifts okay. And it did. If it did not cut all the way through for you, hit your button, your C button, to cut it again. Don't hit the arrow button because it's going to come out and you'll never get it to cut in the same place again. So hit that C button. Mine cut, so I'm going to go ahead and unload it. I'm going to flip my mat over to release my cardstock. And then I'm just going to pull those off. If you have some that didn't release all the way, you just put it back down on your mat and take your tool and push it in there. Use the stickiness of your mat to your advantage. Don't try and pull because that's how your cardstock gets ripped. And I'm just going to go ahead and take these off and put them in my confetti bucket. So I've got my cardstock all loaded up here. Again, I'm going to use my brayer. And then we're going to get this one cut. Okay, so all my pieces are cut. We're going to go ahead and turn this off. We don't need this anymore. And let me bring everything over. Okay, this project, like I said, guys, it is so easy to do. We're going to go ahead and get everything lined up first so we make sure we've got the right bits with the right bits. I know this goes on here and then to here. Just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this pink one first since we're right here. All I'm going to do is add glue to the back. Make sure you put your glue on the back rather than putting it on here because there's a chance that you're going to forget where the glue is going to go and it's going to poke right through the front where all the other holes are. Okay, so that's going to go on here. I'm doing the same process for all three of these. Just going to go ahead and glue these. And since we're talking about Easter projects, this right here, like I said, there's 3 pieces with this. With mine, I'm going to show you one. This is the one that I did earlier. And I just used a little piece of foam tape to put this on. The reason that I did the foam tape instead of gluing it on, that makes it temporary, so I don't have to worry about storing this all together. And it rolls right off. Very easy, just like that. And you can adjust your up and down if you want it taller or shorter, but that's why I use the foam tape. Or you could use the sticks, like I said, same thing. But like I said, speaking of, if you wanted to make it permanent, or if you wanted to add an extra back, cut out another pink one to put on the back of this so this doesn't show if you want to. I don't care, it doesn't bother me that it's going to show. I just think it's pretty, so it doesn't really matter. And it's just going to be stuck down inside of a jar. But if you want one for the back, cut this out so you have another piece to put on top. And the reason I'm telling you that, I've got this cute little chick right here. And with this one, I did cut out an extra one. And the file actually comes with an extra file, or an extra piece for the back. And it comes with a little hanger. So if you want to make it into a hang tag, it's got a little hanger at the top. But this file you can find in my shop for a cute little Easter project if you want that one too. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned that before we keep going. Okay, so that's glued together. Now I'm going to add foam to the back of this. The foam tape. Just going to go ahead and cut this down. Do you guys decorate for Easter? I can remember when I was young telling my mom that when I got older I was going to make sure that I decorated for every holiday. Yeah, that didn't really happen. I craft for the holidays, but putting them out is a whole nother story. When my kids were younger, I definitely did. It was fun to decorate then, but it's just me and my husband now. I mean, my grandson comes over, and when he comes over, I make sure I've got stuff out for him to play with, not necessarily decorating. I think he's too young for that still. He's only 3, so he doesn't really care. So I'm adding a little bit of glue to the top of my adhesive strips here, And what that does is when you go to line this up, if you need to reposition it, you can. When you put adhesive on cardstock, you have a hard time pulling it back up and it rips. So I always add glue to it. Just gives me an extra second to line it up if I need to. Okay, there's the first one. I'm going to repeat the same process with all three of these. I'm going to glue the top two and then I'm going to do foam. I think these would be cute for gift tags too. If you guys have a gift that you're giving, if you want to use it, like maybe on the back, write the person's name. You could hang it from their Easter basket or from a gift. Just cute little ideas. Use it as an Easter banner. There you go. To give you an example of what it looks like with the sticks, this was the first test cut that I did. You can see I updated the file. There's this one here. Let me find my other ones. And then these two. I cut them out a little bit different color. And I did update the files a little bit. You can see I added the border to this one. But just so you can see what it looks like with the sticks. Just like that. And then, if you want to cut them down to size, like I said, you can. So what I did with mine... Alright guys, here's what I did with mine. I took you off the tripod, so if this is a little shaky, I apologize. I just wanted to show you over here so it looked a little better. But I took mine and I put it in a little Dollar Tree bucket. I had this one that's got writing on the side over here. But I took it out of my craft stash and just stuck it on there. I took a bow, or a ribbon I should say, and I just, because I don't want this to be permanent, this is just a little quick project. I put it on with some of that adhesive tape that I have. And because I'm not good enough to tie a bow on the front, I tied the bow and then stuck that on with the adhesive tape as well. And then same thing for this one. I put ribbon on, put the little bow on, filled it up with jelly beans. But wouldn't that be cute? Have like 3 of those with the 3 different colors. But there's mine. I just added a little bit of that little crinkle paper and put it on there. And there you go, a cute little Easter centerpiece. If you guys make them, I would love to see them. Please come on over to the Facebook group and show them off. Make sure you comment on the video, give it a like. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm, and I really do appreciate it. You can find this week's freebie, the free eggs, in the freebie library. It is design number 274. You can find the cute little chick in my shop for sale. Well, there you go, guys. Thanks so much for being here. Until next time, have a wonderful day on purpose.